Battle music!
Battle music!
Battle music! Hey everybody, I'm Kasha, and welcome back to Sakura Spirit. I'm here with like a Neko girl, and currently, unnamed slime girl is attacking the Tsundere tyrant. And she seems to be getting a little bit playful.
She's in quite a precarious predicament. There we go, I can word.
Two very large P words in the same sentence. Anyway, I have to go ahead and click so that we can figure out the next line. The slime girl smiled mischievously at Mio as the slime that covered the girl started to compress, almost painfully so.
This is nothing compared to what this village has had to endure.
I only came by to get some yummies. You're the one who decided to make a show of it.
You took from many shops without paying for it.
Actually, maybe I should wrap you up in a cocoon and drag you back to my home. Then I won't have to visit the village to play with someone.
If that's what it takes, I would do anything to protect this village and the people in it. If you promise me you will not return to the village, then...
You aren't exactly in a... Oh.
You okay there?
I started choking on saliva. You aren't actually... God damn it.
Breathe!
I gotta breathe. Exactly in any position to make demands.
Stop! You can't go in there!
Question mark, question mark, question mark. That... I don't know who this is. I'm just gonna read it in my regular voice. There they are! Maeko-chan, go! Use your magic!
Right!
The sound of running footsteps came from the crowd when suddenly the slime girl felt her body growing warmer. Small flame sparks seemingly floating around her body, causing her body to slowly melt. At the same time, from amidst the crowd, three figures appeared to keep the slime girl from her prey. Two fox spirits, one muttering an incantation of sorts, while the other was holding some kind of ritualistic staff. Trailing behind them was the Naginata-wielding guard, accompanied by a young man. Please, Narumi-san, we're trying to help! I don't want to have to stop you.
If you think you can save Mio, then... Okay, just know that if any funny business goes down, I will chop your head clean off.
Right! I hope the girls know what they're doing. Oh, hold on. Sakura! No. Sorry, gruff. Sakura! No, too gruff. Too gruff. God, having to switch between the slime girl's voice back to Machiko's voice is gonna be rough.
You can do it.
Sakura! What are you doing here?
You! Fox!
While the slime girl was being distracted by the fox spirits, I ran over to Mio's side, using all my strength to pull at the slime that covered her. Probably not the best idea. However, that's probably true. However, all I seemed to manage was a slight tear. Freeing the girl was clearly going to take a while. They're here to help, so use your energy for something useful, like getting rid of this damn slime.
This is both you.
God damn it. Machiko, you've come to play as well? Please, tell your sister to stop her spell. It feels rather tingly. Of course they would call her Sakura. Maeko, keep up the good work! No, Sakura, I have not come to play. You are a fool! A bubble-brained moron! Why are you harassing the villagers? If you wanted food, you know you could have come to the mansion. Meanie Machiko, you can't tell me what to do! Not to mention the food from the village is tastier than the fruit at your place. Besides, I just wanted to play with them a bit. But then they started screaming and this monkey girl with a sharp stick tried to scare me away.
I will not stand for these insults. Just you wait until I'm free. Oni-san, the spell is almost done. If I keep it going on, it might...
Just a little more, little one. Sakura, I do not wish for this to end this way. You know what'll happen if Maeko's spell is allowed to continue? You might get stuck in your midget form for a long time. And I am certain you do not want that. Leave this village, please.
Midget form?
Ugh. You're going to melt me? That's unfair. My sisters won't be happy to hear Machiko and Maeko sided with the silly humans when all I was doing was having some fun. I'll be back. Man, doing the difference in voices is actually making my throat hurt. very quickly.
You've got a drink? Take a drink.
I know, I gotta take a drink of something. Just, Machiko's voice is really gruff and hurts my throat after time, and Slime Girl's voice makes me feel like I'm running out of air to breathe. So the combination of the two, yes, the combination of the two is starting to kind of wear me out a little bit. And with those words, the Slime Girl melted into a pool of water and soon disappeared from sight. She has the ability to melt. How neat. Once the Slime Girl had disappeared from the village, I succeeded in tearing off the slime that covered Mio.
Oh god.
Oh boy! However, as the slime shattered into a million tiny pieces, Mio was left without any form of cover, causing me to quickly cover my eyes, you goddamn gentleman.
Don't you dare look at me!
Scrambling to her feet, the girl rushed away, most likely in search of a change of clothes. With the Slime Girl gone, the villagers turned towards the fox spirits with confused gazes. The tension in the air was thick. No one knew what to expect. Finally, a familiar figure emerged from within the crowd, and it's gonna be the village elder.
Yeah, there you go. Very, old, crotchety.
It's kind of like Machiko's voice, only I coughed repeatedly, and I felt like it was more old manny. It's kind of like a combination between Machiko, a chain smoker, and Takahiro.
Do it.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you again, Takahiro-kun. Even if the circumstances could have been better. Villager, I'm gonna say this one's you.
I'll do that. What are you saying, Elder? That man is clearly in cahoots with the spirits.
One of these characters, the next male character you're gonna do.
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna say that right now. The next male character that is actually important enough to have a name, you're going to do.
Okay.
So practice your gruff
voice.
Hell, you can even speak like Braum if you like. Anyway, moving on. Wait a second. These girls just wanted to help.
Oni-sama, my head hurts.
Sorry. Taking a drink. It's okay, dear. I'm here. Just hold on to me tightly. I'll protect you, and so will Taka-kun.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Anyway.
Silence! How dare you act with such hostility towards those who just saved your lives? I know you did it like a very faint.
Oh.
The crowd seemed rather startled by the firmness of the old man's voice, but soon obeyed, some of them feeling rather ashamed all of a sudden.
Damn right.
It is clear that you and your companions did not come here with ill intentions, Takahiro-kun. I must ask you to forgive the people for their nervousness and hostility. As you have most likely noticed, contact between the spirits and humans has been rather problematic at best. I understand their concern, but will you at least hear me out? Very well. If that's what you desire, then it will be the least we can do for those who have helped save the village upon this day. However, let us wait for the chief to return. I believe it will be important for her to hear what you have to say.
Of course, it's another woman that I have to voice.
I don't think I can do another one.
No, it's alright.
Do more. Just use your normal voice. I'm already using my normal voice to narrate. You can more than welcome to use your normal voice for the village chief.
I'll go find her, Oji-sama.
Feeling grateful that the elder had granted me a chance to carry out my plan. That's an actual cough. We waited for Mio to return. Thankfully, the village elder brought us somewhere private where Machiko could tend to Maeko without the villagers looking on in contempt.
How many times am I gonna have to say it? I am sorry!
That's Narumi, not Mio. You should read the name before you start. Go ahead.
How many times do I have to say it? I'm sorry. I froze, okay? I panicked. Your sword is stronger than my naginata. What was I even gonna accomplish by... That is unacceptable. I will reprimand... What are those creatures doing here? Elder-sama, this is highly unorthodox.
You constantly holding your katana out of its sheath over your shoulder is highly unorthodox.
She's highly unorthodox.
Haha, called it. Shush! Maeko-chan! These are our guests! Sukuno Dono. You shall treat them with the respect they deserve. Now take a seat and listen to their tale. This is an order.
I understand, Elder-sama.
First and foremost, let me express my gratitude for helping save this village. While Sukuno Dono's brave attempt to stop the girl allowed us to prevent further damage, I feel that her fate would have been much worse had the spirits been allowed to continue its rampage. Therefore, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for saving Sukuno Dono and this village. Takahiro-kun. Ugh, my throat. And you as well, fox spirits. 2 gruff voices in 1 episode, and we're pushing it.
No problem. Su-chan told us to do it. Besides, Sakura's a stupid smelly meanie pants.
I like Sakura, thank you. She's very pretty. We humbly accept your gratitude, Elder-sama. God, they're almost the same voice.
Now you know how I feel!
Did that to yourself. Narumi-chan, Sukuno Dono.
Thank you, oh my god.
Hold on.
There's so many people.
No, there's so many people, but it looks like the village elder is very creepily staring over Narumi's shoulder.
Doing something, man.
It just looks very humorous.
Thank you, Mayako-chan, Machiko-san. You really helped us out there. You've got more guts than me. That girl had me terrified. Have you not considered that they might just be working together with that monster? And that this is all just a ruse to sneak into the village and steal what little resources we have left?
The elder sighed. Before his gaze sharpened, his tone surprisingly stern in comparison to how he had just been talking. His voice was so harsh that both girls visibly flinched at the sound of it.
Visibly flinched.
Mio! You seem to be underestimating the power of these spirits. If those 3 had joined forces, there would have been possibly no village left to defend. The man sighed deeply, shaking his head before continuing. You should be grateful. We would not stand a chance if all the spirits were to conspire against us. Do I need to remind you that we can barely stand our ground against even one of them?
Elder-sama, you must understand. Due to my situation, I simply cannot pretend to be friends with the spirit. Not after everything they've done to us. But, for now, I will at least remain silent on the matter. There is more at stake than my personal feud. Know this, Spock spirits. If I find either of you doing anything suspicious, I will personally find out whether my sword goes through you as ineffectively as it did that monster.
There shall be no talk of such things within this house. Now, Takahiro-kun, you mentioned you wanted to tell us something. Could it be related to your younger companion's comment? I find it curious to hear her mention the name of an old spirit such as Suyuri. Actually, what I'm about to tell you is something I learned directly from her. You met her in person? I nodded my head firmly. There's a reason behind the spirit's attitudes towards humans, and doesn't it strike you as odd that they're the only spirits in this area? It is true that there has been no spirit sightings outside of this region, but what does that have to do with us? It has something to do with this region, apparently. You see, the spirits here aren't from this world. You mean to say? God damn. Taka-kun, what are you saying? We are spirits, but surely we are still of this world? Man, even Machiko doesn't know?
Jeez. Oni-sama, what does that mean?
Suyuri told me you probably wouldn't remember it because of how young you were when it happened. But spirits have a world of their own. Some accident caused both worlds to merge temporarily. Man, Takahiro's voice is like cream off of my throat, and every other character's voice is like
Sandpaper. Then why aren't there more spirits around?
The whole thing was apparently dealt with before it got out of hand, but a few spirits became trapped here. Machiko-san, Maeko-chan, and 4 other spirits were unfortunate enough to get stuck here. I think Suyuri willingly came here to watch over them. You remember being with Suyuri for a while, don't you? That's none of your business.
Sue-chan took care of us for a little while, but then she took us to the mansion and sort of just left us there. Now we can only visit her when she wants us to.
Well, you're growing up, girls. I mean, it's time for you to go get a mansion of your own and be in a mansion. I don't know. What about these 4 other spirits? Even though she's a powerful spirit, Tsuyuri has to follow certain rules. Because of that, she wasn't able to reach the other spirits. I do not know what to say. I need a moment. Might I use another room to compose myself?
I'll show you. I can take you somewhere and look after you to make sure you don't do anything fiendish and all that. Come on, Machiko-san, this way.
When Machiko and Narumi left the room, I sighed and turned my focus back onto the conversation. Thank God, several of the characters left. Now, about the, panty theft. Right. They did seem rather adamant about getting their hands on those for some reason. What was the purpose of that? Surely those girls have undergarments of their own?
It was a simple mistake. I needed maiden silk for my spell. How was I supposed to know that it was something other than the silky things girls wear?
It was all a misunderstanding. None of them knew that maiden silk is another term for a wedding sash.
Innocent, huh? If they really thought that, they could have just used their own. Yeah, that's where you're wrong. Oni-sama and I don't have any.
You two? I think we should move on to a different matter. He's blushing. Yeah, moving on. Tsuyuri suggested that we find a way to help you guys out. If we can make you trust us, we figured maybe you would make us the sash. But why would you need such an item?
Silly man. I already told you. I need it for a spell.
Maeko-chan, this guy isn't a magician. He doesn't know what you're talking about. Basically, Maeko-chan has been researching a spell that would allow her to travel to another realm. Well, why would she desire such power? Imagine being stuck, far away from this village. You don't have any way to return to your loved ones. To make matters worse, you're in a place you don't know, with beings unlike anything you've ever seen before. Now, let's say you had a power that would let you go anywhere you want. Where would you go? Are you saying that? Yes. Even if they weren't aware of it, they must have subconsciously felt that they were different from you. They only wanted to go home.
Home? Kinda, I guess. I just wanted to cast a spell to see what would happen. Sue-chan told me that if I ever felt like that, I should ask her first and go with it. So I did. And since she didn't warn me about anything, I figured it was just like any other spell.
I think it's normal, Mayoko-chan. Whether it's humans or spirits, everyone wants a place they can call their own. A place where they are accepted for who they are. Isn't that right, Elder-sama?
But you accepted me for who I am, don't you, Takini?
I would certainly feel sad if everyone ended up rejecting me simply because of who I am. Or the fact that I chain smoke. Surely not all spirits are good at heart, but perhaps we have been too quick in labeling them all evil. For a moment, I saw the Elder's eyes wander sideways towards the room Narumi and Machiko had moved to, and his gaze softened. And yeah, it seems like this episode is actually going on long. So, I'm gonna have to go ahead and give my throat a rest. Because we recorded this episode and the last one back to back, and it's visibly hurting my throat at this point. So, that's going to be it for this episode. If you liked, feel free to like, favorite, share, subscribe, and so on and so forth. If you want to see more Sakura Spirit, I've got it on my channel. If you want to see any of the other games that I've done, I've got those as well. I've gotten really fast at saying that. Anyway, with all that being said, I'm Kasha.
I'm like a Neko girl.
And so we go.
Oh, so you want to play with me? I want to play. Hit that subscribe button, or else I might just have to cover you with my slime.